But I think people treat it like a casino because they focus on the account size, but they too short-sighted. It is a half truth. Like, you can make it out from trading, but if you don't know what the fuck to do with the money, then you gonna get back in that cycle. But use your time to your expense, because honestly, the life that you really want could be literally 5 years to 10 years of just straight grinding, putting in work. You could still be living like your 20s and your 30s, bro. I've seen people do it. I've seen multiple people live life on their own terms.
Welcome back to the Billionaire Podcast, the international edition. We're in Miami with Jayce Banks, profitable trader, doing amazing things in Miami. Some crazy stuff. We're going to talk about it right now. Bro, thanks for being on the Billionaire Pod.
You know how to go, bro.
Yeah, man, bro. So, what I want to get into, man, like, we're in Miami right now. You were doing some recommendations earlier, and you were even telling us, the length of time that you actually been in the US, the network that you managed to actually establish for yourself. We see you are around some great people doing some great stuff as well, and we know that you're from the Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
So what we want to start this off by is like getting into, okay, you being moving from the Bahamas to the US, like what was your journey like, and how did you actually get into trading and...
All right. So, bro, the journey,
yeah,
I think, man, I would definitely say it wasn't an average journey, bro. Like, I did a marketing call on my fucking self, bro.
Yeah.
So, I was trading before I even moved to America. So
Yeah.
I was in the Bahamas trading for about 2 years, 1 year prior, and then COVID came around, and then everybody was on lockdown for the whole entire fucking year. And then the year right after that, the country opened back up. At that point in time, I had a job opportunity to do some marketing for somebody in Atlanta, and they said that they would pay for my ticket and actually do my housing if I wanted to move over. Luckily, I was a U.S. citizen, but I literally left with a one-way ticket and $1,000, and I run it up from there. So when I came to Atlanta, my laptop was broken, so I had to spend $600 of that $1,000.
So $600
Oh, $1,000 already, bro,
crazy,
to buy
bro.
a laptop, bro. So
Yeah.
I already inside a foreign place. I don't know.
Yeah.
Already $400 left over $1,000 because I had to buy a new laptop. And I just stuck to my roots, bro. Like, just decided to hustle. Still did the trading. Still went ahead and put more time into the aspect of it. At that point in time, I was making like $1,250 from my rental properties, and also making money from the job I was doing. And then I just started running it up from there. In terms of that, I did that for about a year. I didn't really like being in Atlanta because everyone's spread out, dog. Like, spread out, fucking all those like different seasons. Coming from Bahamas and you coming from Jamaica, but like all we know is sun, dog. We don't know no
sun still enough.
Yeah, we don't know no snow, no cold weather. Anything below 80 degrees or 76 degrees, bro, that's foreign. So it's like, so when I started noticing inside Atlanta, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be me too long, bro. So I moved on to Miami.
Miami. So what has the experience been like since you moved to Miami compared to when you were living there, especially with your network and stuff like that?
I relocated to Miami because I actually wanted to open up a new business inside the Bahamas. It was actually like a version of Amazon that we wanted to make up. That business, we saw that it wasn't really that viable anymore. But when I came here in Miami, I was able to actually meet a lot of cool people. Not just basically from the creative space, like just basically on an entrepreneurship type level. Like people who just out there hustling and have a lot of cool and crazy ideas. It was a little bit different for me than being in Atlanta because things was just like a little bit more closer. So you could like go different places, meet up with different people, and it's like so many different things happening. And then the nightlife here than in Atlanta, it's a little bit different for me too, because when you go there in the nightlife, you could be inside a section and someone who inside that section 9 times out of 10 really making some money from something that they actually doing. In Atlanta, being inside the section 9 times out of 10 is scamming. So it's like, like we gotta keep it a buck, bro. Like we keep it real. Like 9 times out of 10, Atlanta is scamming. So it's like, okay, you here inside Miami, you meet somebody inside a certain area, you know that okay, they have to have some form of money, and that's why I actually went ahead and started to hone in on, bro.
Yeah. So, in terms of like, so being in here and being around these different people that you know, would have been doing different things. You know, you say you're into trading and into real estate, you're into marketing, right?
Yeah.
So how was the conversations that you've been having with these different people that you've been meeting and the different sections that you've been in, right? How has that affected you or impacted you?
Bro, it impacted me a lot. I mean, for me, I live by a mantra: always remain a student to the game of life. You never know everything.
Yeah.
And even if someone younger than you, older than you, if they say something to you, you gotta still be humble enough, because that information could actually relate to a problem or something that you may be experiencing personally, but it may not even be relative to what they're talking about at that moment. And that's one of the things I actually learned being here inside Miami. I was able to actually like level up quickly because of the people that I saw and how I saw they do business. Like even like you, bro, I see like how you do everything with the podcast, getting everything done. You like more punctual, you ready to go. Like hey, no waiting down, no sitting down or whatever and all that. At the end of the day, now I get to say, okay, well, bro, I can see why Pajama Billionaire is a billionaire, bro. This dude freaking, he don't play around. He gotta go ahead and get things done. Time is of the essence.
Action takers.
Yeah, so it's like action takers. So with me, like noticing that and being around that, I always was in a competition with myself. I always wanted to be better than what I was the last version of myself, and I calculate that based on years. So like, okay, how was I 25? Okay, how I is now 26? Okay, how I is now 27? So I always try to say, okay, every single year I want to level up to another version of myself, and look at all those conversations and people I met to actually go ahead and push myself to a whole nother level.
What would they say was that big turning point for you? Like that make you realize that, yo, shit, I'm really doing this.
Turning $1,000 to $102,000 in 90 days.
Touch it, yes. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that story there, bro. Like, I really went ahead and I showed everybody it on MT4. I have it on my Metacreator, my Instagram and everything. I still have that to this day, showing people that it is actually possible. I mean, yo, you've been doing insane flips yourself throughout the years, but like when I saw that, and I saw that, bro, having a skill set like this, having the right business mindset, meeting the right people, and also doing right by people and doing good business with people, it's like, yo, you can literally level up in a relatively quick time. It's like, almost night and day if you actually know what it is that you're doing and how you have a plan for it. So once I noticed that I did the 1,000 to 102, I went ahead, got my car, got my apartment where I was staying at, and then after that, I started to actually put more emphasis on me giving people that knowledge that they need to actually have for this trading space, but also start working more on my entrepreneurship journey.
Yeah. So what has the entrepreneurship journey been like? In terms of, for example, because a lot of traders they're traders and they feel like, oh, yo, you don't need to be doing nothing outside of trading. Well, trading, just focus on trading, right? And how did you move from being a trader to an entrepreneur, or an entrepreneur to a trader? How do you manage both of them, doing both of them at the same time?
Well, I mean, I look at trading as a form of entrepreneurship, number one. Trading is just a vehicle for you to get the money. A lot of people have this notion, they feel like, trading is the thing that actually is supposed to help them make it out. I mean, it is a half truth. Like, you can make it out from trading, but if you don't know what the fuck to do with the money, then you gonna get back in that cycle. It's like, if you really look at a lot of traders who are crash and burning right now, who have been profitable, they always try to use pay for their lifestyle from their trading profits, hoping that they can make their money back inside trading. Not saying that they cannot. I ain't saying that. What I say is, it's like, you can't use something that's not linear or scalable. Trading is not linear or scalable. It's by you using your strategy, going based on what you see inside the market, and 9 times out of 10, it still is a chance if you're gonna get what you want to get out of it, because it plays on your greed factor. Yeah. If you say, but dog, I made $5,000 last week, and you trying to make another $5,000 the next week, you're gonna then go ahead and try to take every single possibility you could take to try to make that $5,000 you just made that last week.
Like you're running down the market versus the market coming to you.
Yeah, so it's like, at the end of the day, if you don't know how to actually put yourself in a position where you're making other sources or other means, you're gonna always be in that position where it's like every single opportunity you see in the market is an opportunity you should take. I mean, you probably done been there yourself when you only have like probably one stream of income or two streams of income. You notice that you probably have been trading a lot more than than how you is right now with everything that you have built already. You probably hardly trade now. You probably once in a while, maybe if you see it, but you're not in the market, to go ahead and do that. And that's the same thing for me too. Like, I show people like, but the skill set is there. The skill set will never leave. Like, it will never leave once you really understand it.
Yeah. So that's the same thing Dwayne and I was talking about today, right? Because, so we're in Miami, we're chilling, and I'm gonna like say this on camera, right? So Dwayne and Kent, they've been saying, yo, bro, we need some trading content, bro. You need to get up in the morning, you need to place at least a trade or stuff like that, right? But like, I'm in Miami right now, bro. Like, I'm trying to have fun, bro. I'm not trying to, I don't have the money already. I don't make the money already. I'm cool. Like, whatever I traded last month, pay for this month or the next month, right? Because we're making enough money we're making the money on a level right now where things are able to pay for itself in the future. And that's the benefit of trading that I love, right? Yeah. So if I'm in Miami right now, bro, I'm trying to push supercars, bro, like crazy, bro. I'm trying to freaking get up and jump in the pool. I'm trying to go out and freaking feed the ducks, man, out front.
You embracing your freedom.
Yeah, bro, I'm embracing my freedom, bro. And that's what we're working for, and that's what we're doing. The things that we do for, bro. That's why we work so hard and we're up late at freaking nights, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Because we trade, for example, I trade GBP JPY, which is it's the British pair, so it's from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. So sometimes I'll be up at that time, bro. So what do I do? How do I have fun, bro? This is my fun time right now. So it's just balance, right? So I'm just balancing. And so like, so that's what I was even going to ask you, like, how do you balance, everything that you're actually doing?
I'm figuring that shit out. The reason why I say I figure that shit out is because I feel as if there's a time for work and there's a time for play. Like, a lot of people talk about, oh, you gotta find a balance. Honestly, I work in my butt off now so that when I want to take that 3, 4, 5, 6 months stretch, bro, I could do that because I already do what I need to go ahead and do. So it's not a matter of like balancing in terms of work and then playing. It's just a matter of like, when you have your length. Like, for instance, 9 months of the year, we working our butt off. We getting the money. We gotta do what we gotta do. I on the market. I dealing with whatever businesses I need to deal with. Bam. 3 months, y'all already know they my blackout months. Don't call me, don't ask me for shit. I am here having fun. Yeah. If you want to call that balancing, call that balancing. But for me, bro, I want to be in a position where I could wake up any day of the fucking day. I say, but I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, that's what I want. So if that requires me sacrificing for a few more months or sacrificing my time to do that shit, but dog, it's all worth it.
It's all worth it for real, man. Because that's what we're doing right now, bro. Like, well, legit, because, for example, earlier we went to the store, chill, have a convo, and shit like those are the things that we want to do, Like we want to just, and I aspire, and we even talk about it today, like, we aspire to, like, work should be fun. Like, this right here, this podcast right now, it's fun for us, bro, Like, we're chilling, we're talking business before and after the pod. We sit down. This might be a little professional setting here, but it's fun and it's cool, bro, and we're able to, we're able to actually, because you have the academy as well, I have my academy as well, and we're able to bounce knowledge and share a lot of shit with each other, right? A lot of people don't have that mindset where you can be in the same field with another person who is doing a similar thing and like have a symbiotic thing where like everybody is just able to still survive. How did you have develop that mindset versus the mindset of, okay, this guy's doing that I shouldn't be doing the same thing, or we can't link, or we can't post each other and shit like that.
That part there, bro, I learned this from one of my mentors a long time ago. We could go back to a little story, because I like to give like little stories and shit. You go inside the store right now, you want to buy bread. How many brands of bread it is?
A lot.
All right. Yeah. You have some that's whole wheat. You have some that's white, brown. But everybody have their own preference on what they want to eat. Multi-grain. Yeah, multi-grain. You got all type of different fucking bread inside the grocery store. At the end of the day, how I look at it is like, bro, 9 times out of 10, some of those companies probably sharing each other ingredients, how to make things, the shelf life last longer, whatever the situation may be. But your audience or your crew is your crew. Whoever's gonna come to you is gonna gravitate towards you. I can't hate if you have Jamaica on lock in Jamaica saying, but dog, I only want to deal with pajama. I can't hate on that, bro.
Jamaica.
You know, I can't hate.
And I can't hate if you got Bahamas on lock and man them just want to deal with you, you know?
Yeah, at the end of the day. So it's like, yo, whatever the overall goal, the aspect that I want to actually like, you know, share is like, but I just want people, especially people from where I'm at, you know, where cost of living, the money wise different is extremely, you know, different than, you know, being inside a first world country. I just want people to understand that you could be inside this position, and this is one of the things that you can do to get in this, to help get you in this position. Yeah. So whether you pick it up or not, that's entirely up to you. Like even now, I see like, you know, a lot of traders to this day. You could tell where people who are really trying to survive off of a course, or who's really trying to survive off of the of people buying their product. They out there every day marketing it. They out there every day saying this, saying that. And I'm not knocking them for doing that, but at the end of the day, it's like, to me, and I also know with you, like, we don't care if someone actually purchase it or not. Like, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. Because at the end of the day, we already know what it has done for us. Yeah. We already know what we have done for others. Yeah. So it don't really have to be to a point where it's like, I have to convince somebody every day to come learn how to trade, or every day to come learn this academy, this and that. Like, no, you like, I had someone on my live. I was doing Instagram live for like the last week. Started with a 20K account. Showed profits and losses, bro. We up about 20, like 25 or something like that. Like already up like account like $40,000 up. He wanted to get mentorship from me. I gave him my price. He was like, he go on missing because he think I was trying to scam him. After I already did our Instagram live, and I guess giving out free knowledge, dude calling my phone. Yeah, bro, I got the bread to give you right now, bro. I ready to learn. It's like, dog, yeah, all right. At this point, I don't even feel like teaching you no more, because you just so caught up on the, you making this money, now you're ready to learn. And it's always people like that who I feel it's like, you know, they crash and burn because they want to get to the right now aspect of it, but they don't want to put in the work. Like, no one interested in putting in no fucking work, and that's the hard part about it.
Yeah. How do you stay motivated?
Shit, sometimes I don't even be motivated, but I just gotta go ahead and do, bro. Like, but staying motivated, in that aspect, bro. I always look back at the version of, ever since I was like probably 16 and I lost my mom, like that kid to who I is now. It's like, babe, I still have promises that I, you know, relate to my parents and my family that I was supposed to go ahead and do from a little youth, and I intend on getting that done. Before I leave this earth, I gotta do that shit, and that's how I stay motivated.
Bro, I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Yeah, gotta stay. That's how I stay motivated, like, bro. That's what I gotta go ahead and do and get done.
So, what are your plans like for like the future? Like, what are your goals like?
The future is gonna be like, you know, for me, just, you know, bringing more impactful information, but being a better impact onto this world, especially people back inside the Bahamas, and then also I'm more leaning towards the production side of things now, but like, I feel as if I already did a lot of consuming in terms of trading wise. I mean, you yourself probably already did years of consuming different brokers, trading tools, everything like that. I want to get to the production side because I already, you know, came from the consumption side, and I think I already know what consumers are looking for, what they're asking for. How many, if it was me to do it all over again, what would it be that I would want? You know, coming in the game, like relatively without knowing anything, and that's what I really want to go ahead and start working on.
So you're going into the business side of trading now?
Yeah, like I you know, started with the academy and started with the e-learning platform, and it was well, but now getting onto the production side and the business side of trading, you're starting to learn a lot more. You get to see how things are really done, and you know, looking to have fun in that area now, bro. There's a lot to explore.
That's crazy, bro. I see in that, you know.
Yeah.
I see in that because I've watched your live before, and I see the people on your live actually interact with you, and you know your shit.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, so you would be a good source for people to actually recommend things to people and know that, okay, you're recommending great things because you try out a lot of different items, a lot of things. But how did you really get into trading though? Like what got you into it?
I think I was around like maybe 19, 20. At that point in time, I was doing everything to go ahead and start learning about money, bro. Like I was doing like to make money. I was doing graphic design, marketing. I was also doing like recording like music and shit, helping people
you're
record.
an artist.
I was an artist at one point in
Miami
time.
Jayce Banks is in the house.
No man. That's not happening on here, bro. Not happening on here. But I think around 20, I was actually hearing about stocks, and I think you see in like a lot of movies, stocks and everything like that. And you know, in those movies, one of my favorite movies was The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's my favorite,
always fucking
bro.
love it.
That
Even
and
before
The Great Gatsby is good.
Yeah,
as well
The
as,
Great Gatsby too.
The Great Gatsby as well as I think it's The Short Seller or something like that.
Yeah, The Big Short.
The Big Short.
The Big Short.
Bro, that.
Yeah, yo, those movies, right? The Great Gatsby is one of my all times, and The Wolf of Wall Street is like, you know, my ultimate movie. And this is before I even started trading.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Hey, I actually want to get into that. Like I want to live that type of life. I want to have the yacht, the mansion, this and that. So I started learning about stocks, and then one of my some few people was actually hitting me up about forex trading or so. That's at that point in time. A lot of I think I Am Academy started to hit Bahamas because everybody was trying to get everybody to trade.
Yeah.
They was telling me that I have to recruit people. Honestly, I don't like putting my brow and putting my face or telling someone to do something if I don't know something. I think one of my boys, Ashley, he told me that I didn't have to recruit nobody. I could just learn and do whatever. And I was like, okay, that's different. If I don't have to recruit nobody, then I could just learn. Then cool, I learned. And that's how I got into trading. The very first time I got into trading, they gave me the MT4. I had my cash up and stuff, so I actually went ahead and I signed up on, I think, Hugo's Way. Before Hugo's Way turned to shit, because they are shit right now. But I went on Hugo's Way. I put like $150 on there, and they set me like 2 signals, bro. And I put the 2 signals in because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't even know what stop loss, TP was. Put the two signals in. I wake up the next day and I made $13, and I was like, okay, I know there's something here, bro. That's $13. I could take this money out. That's some real shit, I know. So that's how, you know, I got into that shit.
That's how you got into trading.
Yeah. And then from there, I just started studying more about it. I think even afterwards, COVID came down like a little bit shortly after that, and you was on lockdown. And since you was on lockdown, I sacrificed the Netflix and staying and watching TV to just learn how to trade, and that's what I was doing.
So you're saying that COVID-19 was a good thing for you, basically?
Yeah, COVID-19 was a fantastic thing for me, bro. Like, I was probably one of the few people who was actually driving around Bahamas on lockdown, having fucking condo party, going this and it was a fucking good time.
The DJ Jayce Banks.
I wish we had it back again. I mean, shit, if we could just go ahead. And that's what made me decide to actually go ahead and learn more about making money in a digital space. E-com, trading, cryptocurrency.
So you have a diversified portfolio.
Yeah, you made a diversified portfolio, but what I really love about the factor was like, if there ever had to be a instance where the whole world shut down again, I wanted to be inside a market or be inside something where I know it's recession proof.
Yes, so you have to make money regardless of what is happening.
Yeah, regardless of what's happening, I want to make money, and that's what I started trading to be.
Bro, it's through the pandemic, bro. Like, I see a lot of people look at the pandemic as one of the worst things that happened, but not realizing that it's one of the best things that happened. So whether you're working a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur, a day trader, you're into e-commerce, stocks, it don't matter what it is. You're able to totally be at home and have a lot of free time to do more or to study more, to level up, to, for example, watch a course if you have a course to watch. Or something like that. But then you have a lot of people who then wasted it as well.
The pandemic actually created the wealth shift that's actually happening right now.
Yeah.
Like, what I mean by that, I believe the pandemic went ahead and wiped out the whole entire upper class, middle class, and lower class. You only have lower class and upper class. And the main reason why I said that is because a lot of people who were inside that pandemic and they was actually home and they didn't do anything or so, some of them are still trying to recover from the bills and everything that they may have had, especially if they didn't have no savings, right?
Yeah.
They still trying to recover from that bounce back. Along with that, you had some people who literally capitalized on the free time that they gained they may not have actually taken the time to be able to watch a course. They're dealing with their kids, they're dealing with this, they're dealing with that.
Yeah.
When you on lockdown now, all you got is 24 hours inside the house,
Yeah.
you have no absolute excuse, bro.
No
like
excuses,
no
man.
excuse now at this point. Like you literally home. At that point in time, that's why you start seeing a lot of people, a lot of these teenagers and shit becoming crypto millionaires because like, bro, all they did was being on the fucking computer trying to figure out how to make fucking money. The problem was they didn't know what the fuck to do with the money. No. And after that, they busted shortly right after 3-4 years. And that's what, you know, I really want to make sure I prevent for myself, but also prevent for others where it's like, wait, dog, you're gonna make this money. I ain't gonna, you know, mistake on that. It's just a matter of when it happened, and just a matter of how prepared are you to handle the money when you receive it.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us inside here would say for sure, we came across a like once, like, you know, maybe once or twice, 50 and 20 or whatever. Blow that shit in like 3-4 days, a week, doing some crazy shit. Like, you know, like we came across it, but hey, how many times have we came across another lick again? Shortly right after, another lick came around, but we know exactly what to do because we, you know, now made ourselves smarter to actually know how to handle that money.
What are some of the beginner mistakes you see people make, you know, whether it be trading, with entrepreneurship, you know, whatever industry you're in right now, they can just...
Beginner mistakes, I feel as if trying to get to the finish line, bro.
Yeah.
I feel as if a lot of people don't want to enjoy the journey and they want to get to the end as quick as possible. And I don't blame them. A lot of people feel as if time is of the essence. And I spoke about this exact same question here because a lot of people in my audience have been asking me how best to go ahead and flip $100. I've done $100 flips. You probably done $100 flips like a long time ago. You know, like a long time ago.
Many,
and it's like, you know, really thinking about it now and looking back at my former self, I would advise anybody, like, don't try and rush to get that flip or to get that money. Like, in my opinion, a lot of people be like, oh, they have this bill to pay, they have that to pay, they got this, they got that to do. This is the thing what I really, you know, kind of hate about social media, also kind of hate about, I would say, the world have been impacting on people's brains. It makes people feel as if like they ain't getting where they need to be fast enough. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it also makes people forget what they have going on right now.
I know you enjoyed this video, but Pro Traders Fund is offering traders more capital to trade. So you don't have to use your own money. You're able to trade risk-free, keep up to 90% of the profits you make, plus you're able to withdraw weekly, bi-weekly, instantly. You're able to trade on your own comfort anywhere in the world, right? So visit the link in the description, visit Pro Traders Fund, get funded today, start trading, risk-free, Pro Traders Fund.
Like for instance, you could be working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You was paying your bills, surviving, doing everything from that 9 to 5. How you expect to learn trading and now you want trading all of a sudden overnight? Replace your 9 to 5, pay all your bills, do this, do that. And it's like, bro, you already have a job that actually helping you with all this shit. Mm-hmm. It's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5.
That 9 to 5 is amazing.
It's nothing wrong with that shit.
Thing.
You know, but at the same time, take your time and let the journey, you know, enjoy the journey. And whatever you make extra, that's just extra in your pocket until you reach to a point where you say, you know what, I have enough where I could pay all of my bills and pay this and pay that. And I might, you know, probably take myself back, whatever. But this whole, and I be honest with it, 1,000 to 100 and 2,000 in 90 days, like you hear the stories, you do it, but how often do you always like see that shit happening? Not so often. It all depends on the market cycle, how that person was trading at that point in time. So it's not really like easily duplicatable. It could be done again, but it's like, bro, let's be realistic. How many times can a person do that every single time? Not all the time. So it's like, you gotta also, you know,
just timing. It comes to you when it's supposed to come to you.
Face that reality and don't try and rush your success, because you rushing that success, you crashing and burning, bro. And then you wondering why something ain't working. It ain't that it ain't working, it's you trying to rush something. And it's like, why are you rushing it? For what? You know, I always ask people, I ask them, what's the rush? And they be like, they would tell me, oh, well, I got this bill to pay and this and that bill. And then I ask them, okay, if you wasn't trading, how would you be paying for it? Oh, well, I would have used my job. Well, what's the difference? Why you trying to rush trading if you have your job to help you pay some shit?
Yeah. If you're supposed to start over from the ground up, what would the journey be like for you? What do you think you'd do differently?
If I had to start over, I think honestly, I would have stocked up some bread for about 6 months. Like when I mean like stock up some bread, get some serious bread. I'm talking about like at least if I could save up 1,000 a month.
Yes, a month.
That's about 6K.
Yeah.
This like, you know, with me not having the knowledge, and during those 6 months I would have demoed and I would actually be around somebody or get like some form of personal mentorship from somebody who could actually help me understand the market while I still saving up my bread.
Yeah.
Because like you can literally change your circumstances based on the capital that you have. Mm-hmm. So less capital, less money you can make. More capital, more money you could possibly attain. Mm-hmm. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, for example, we have a funding company, Pro Traders Fund, right? That will give people capital to manage. So we have a funding company that will offer
of course
trading to people. So you said that capital is the easiest way or one of the most important things. If, for example, you were starting over, you'd have build up, save up, and all of that, right?
Yeah.
But for example, in this space right now, because a lot of people are going into funding and getting funded right now, right?
Yeah.
How would you do it if you have the capital? Like a person.
Like if I go into the funded route, like okay, let me go ahead and buy a funded account.
The thing about it is, not to cut you.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, a lot of people are like, they have the capital, but they're still not reaching where they should reach, right?
And I think the reason why they don't reach where they should reach is because it all plays on that personality and where they personally are at in that moment of their skill set. But they also ain't being realistic with themselves, and then also the person who around them or who also trying to push them to trading ain't really being truthful with them. And the main reason why I say that is, right, when you first started, it wasn't no fucking prop firms and no funded companies and all that type of shit, bro. It was like maybe
put
2 or 3.
Nothing.
Yeah, like maybe 2 or 3. But it wasn't like every new week there's a new prop firm company coming out. But like now, like most of these people who actually have the capital now, they're trying to actually treat it like a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
They wanna get a big bang. Like, they wanna get this 10,000, 20,000. Oh yeah, this and that. They see $100,000 on the account, and literally most of the prop firm owners, I'm not saying you, but most of the prop firm owners don't actually tell people the whole reality aspect of prop firms. So the way prop firms actually work is they want to see who is the trader that's going to be the most consistent and also and last the most longest. They then, at that point in time, based off of your strategy and how you do certain things, they're then going to go ahead and put it on their real funds and actually copy that because they want to help. They want to make that money from the strategy that you're using. A lot of people don't understand that this is a business. You can't expect to have $100,000 and then in 72 hours try to make 15K and then want to pay out. Like, your risk is too heavy. You trying to go ahead and do too much. You wasn't making $15,000 in your life in 3 days before. Why are you trying to do it now?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Like,
so the next part of that as well, let me just chime in, is that like with funding, for example, and you mentioned that people treat it as a casino, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think people treat it as a casino?
But I think people treat it like a casino because they focus on the account size, but they too short-sighted.
Yeah.
The new set of traders that's coming in right now, we're dealing with Gen Z. We have some millennials inside it, but now, the majority of traders coming in is Gen Z. And Gen Zs, they want things now. Yeah. They want to make that money now. They want to get to the end of it now. You know, wait 2 years, 3 years. No, if it take 2 weeks, 2 weeks is too long for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, at the end of the day, how I look at it and look at the aspect of it, I feel as if they get giddy by the account size. Yeah. They already see, they have 200,000, 100,000. You always notice, like, you do your stats, you see it. The person who gets past $100,000 account loses inside a week. Why? Because now, I have a $100,000 live account. okay, if I was to make $10,000 on this account, I could get my payout, and then I could go ahead and do this, and this. Visualizing what they could go ahead and do with the money. They don't even have the money yet. They're already visualizing what they're gonna go ahead and do with the money. So what do you think they're gonna go ahead and do now? Look at every single opportunity to get whatever money that they thought they want to have inside their head to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Instead of they just focus on their strategy, I see where that strategy take them. For me, I don't look at profit and losses anymore. I look at my analysis, and I look at where my analysis is gonna go ahead and take me. Yes, I have my risk management, like overall, like, okay, the only thing that I would say inside trading, you could always have a predefined risk, like how much you want to lose. But you can't really say how much money you're gonna make in the market because anything can fucking go. But you know for a fact, when you click that button and you have your stop loss set or something, but I already know I'm losing $500 on this account. Before I even place a trade, if it hits stop loss, I cool with the $500 loss.
Yeah.
But a lot of people now, they just want to go ahead and get to that dollar amount, but they're not analyzing how to get to that dollar amount. They're not focusing on the analysis.
So what would it be your top probably 3 tips to a person like to ensure that they're doing it correctly?
Number 1, understand your risk management and know that it's not an overnight thing. Number 2, make sure that you have proper market structure and analysis of what it is that you're doing inside the market. Like that's that. And then also number 3, come back to reality. I said this inside my live very recently, like literally yesterday. I was taking a trade on GJ and I sold before news came out. I sold and I made about $2,000 before news came out at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and I shoot the fuck out of that shit, bro. Like if I was in that trade, bro, I would have lost.
Yeah.
Right? But my profits at that point in time, I messed up the risk I did my risk analogy wrong, and I was risking $4,000, but I did it for like about 300 pips instead of 30 pips. So I was like, okay, cool. I thinking the 300 pips is 30 pips, bro. So I was like, man, this $4,000 can go ahead and give me, this type shit.
Yeah.
I looking at the trade now, and I'm like, but this shit only giving me like fucking $300, $400. I was like, well, why the fuck this going so slow? Like, I already down like 7 pips. And then I looked at it and I then came out to the reality of, but what job out here right now that is not like a doctor, lawyer, high profession, high skill set job giving you $300 in less than an hour?
No.
Ain't none.
No.
So it's like, why am I complaining about getting $300 in less than an hour when ain't no job out here like that paying you $300 per hour for work? Get back to your reality, bro. Like, you 9 times out of 10, you working a 9 to 5, even inside America. Now let's go back to the Caribbean. Bahamas, you making $5.25 an hour. How much you making on a minimum wage?
Ooh, bro. Back then when I was working at a supermarket, I was making probably minimum wage right now is about 10,000 JMD right now, but back then it was like probably.
And that's converted to how much roughly?
Back then it was like probably $30 per week.
And how much that converted is to USD?
No, that's $30 US.
$30 per week for 5 days?
Yeah, so 5 days. That's crazy, right?
Yeah,
bro, that's madness.
So that's literally like freaking $6 a fucking day.
Yeah.
$6 a day. I getting paid $5.25 an hour in fucking Bahamas. In America, I think even in Florida alone, the minimum wage in Florida is like about maybe $10 to $11 an hour.
That's the way.
So it's like, you gotta come back to your reality and say, but you up $200-$300 in less than an hour. What more do you want? Like, what more do you want than that, bro? Like, that, and the thing is, right, you still was paying your bills doing a 9 to 5 with that job of paying whatever an hour you was getting paid. But that's the thing. I think as traders, it did give us the reality that we can make an unlimited amount of money. But the new set of traders, beginning traders who come inside this game, their expectations and their outlook is hugely inflated.
Yeah.
And it's almost like to a point like they become a little bit diluted because it's like, bro, you want to get a prop from, I want to start this $100,000 account. Then it's like, okay, cool. can you at least just make $1,000 and get your payout? Don't even try and aim for 10,000.
1% on 100K.
Yeah, let's aim for a consistent 1% first. Show me if you could do that consistently every payout. Then I could probably start to say, okay, well, this dude may have a good strategy or something. And then after that, let's go ahead and hit me with a little 3%. After you probably done, you already get like probably 4 or 5 1% payouts. Yeah. But no, I don't think no one think of it in that aspect. And trading is to me, this type of skill set and entrepreneurship space is who can survive the longest. Yeah. It ain't who can make the most money in the most shortest time. No, who can survive the longest. Yeah. Who can actually handle the business and keep the business alive and keep it running the longest. You look at McDonald's, you look at all these fast food chains, you look at most of these food markets and everything. You look at some of these fucking banks. They've been around 50 to 100 years. They know the fucking game. Yeah. They know what to go ahead and do. And how much money they come through? How much money they come through in those years? It ain't about the shortest, bro.
So let me ask you now, right? If you were, for example, a kid in, the Bahamas, how would you make it? How do you make it in life? Just in general. That's a general question. How do you make it in life?
That's a very good question. And like right now, if I was a kid right now inside the Bahamas, bro, I think now more than ever, this is where I would have to use the wisdom of old people and listen to their stories and listen to how they actually navigated through life. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm an old head because I was raised by my grandparents. Most of the people who I actually look up towards business and everything, they were at least 25, 30 years older than me. Yeah. So I learned a lot of things from them on how they actually see things from a different point of perspective. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them made millions of dollars. Yeah, some of them had very fun lives. This one had this girlfriend, this one fly over here, there, do everything, right? But the way that I look at it was I listened to their stories and I listened to their perspectives, and I then able to make a calculated decision based on what I think is almost similar to what someone I know may have went through or their story or whatever. So like for me, I don't want to act like I know everything as a little kid. If I was a little kid right now or trying to get into this game at 17, 18, I'll be the dumbest kid inside the fucking room, bro.
Yeah, soaking up knowledge.
Just soaking up knowledge and moving and just working. I asking the most questions. One of the things that my grandfather actually told me, and he was a carpenter. My grandfather could build anything, bro. This dude used to fix roof, make CV radio antenna, fucking do all type of shit. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck you doing all these things? Making swing sets, everything. One thing that he told me, he was like, just watch what I do. Yeah. Like, just stay there and just watch what I do. Don't talk, don't ask so much, just stay there and watch. Yeah. And if I have a question, I'll ask, but I'll just watch how we do a lot of things. And that's how I end up learning how to do construction and shit. Like, just standing there, watching him how you cut the saw, watching him how you put in the sheetrock, watching him how you lay down the lumber, watching how you pour cement. Doing certain things now, as a young youth, your best valuable thing that you have is time, bro. And I learned that from a very long time ago. Yeah. What I mean by that, I was like, I was 19 when I met my first mentor who was like a brother to me now. Bro, my life ain't started until like probably 31, 32. Yeah. All I got is time right now to experiment, have fun, crash and burn, fail, do whatever. I have all the time. Yeah. Think about it this way. Like, there's just as a analogy, right? If you was to go to jail or you get locked down, that's don't call it jail. Let's just say you get locked down right now at the age of 18. You get locked down and they say, but dog, you gotta serve 10 years because of this lockdown right now. By the time you come out of that lockdown, you're 28. You still can go ahead and bounce back because the general lifespan of a person is between the ages around 65, 70. You can't, let's just say now you get locked down around 40 for about 10 years, 15 years. You coming over that shit 55. Yeah. You can't make no bounce back around 55. You can't do no all-nighters. You can't do no staying up for 48 hours. By the time you probably start going down the hill. Yeah. So at this point in time here, time is your best asset. Time is your best asset to go out there I ain't saying go out there and do reckless shit now.
Yeah.
So to you guys out there, I ain't saying go out there and do reckless shit. But use your time to your expense, because honestly, the life that you really want could be literally 5 years to 10 years of just straight grinding, putting in work. You could still be living like your 20s and your 30s, bro. I've seen people do it. I've seen multiple people live life on their own terms by just putting in that work and sacrificing the time. No one will sacrifice time.
So what if they don't want to wait that long and they just want to do it now? Like, what is that cheat code that you could give to them so that they can actually get things done? Now they can start, buying the watches, moving themselves in an apartment. What about that homeless person that, watching this right now, a person struggling? How do they get to a point where they're able to provide for their family now, like today?
Number one, I'll say this. Put God first in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Because number one, you can't do anything without God.
Yeah.
Number two, change your environment.
Yeah.
You can't expect to change your circumstances unless you change your environment. You can't want to soar with eagles if you're still fucking around with pigeons. That can't fucking work.
They say you can't fly with eagles.
You still fucking around with pigeons. Like, that can't fucking work. Like, make it make sense. So you gotta change your environment, and then you also gotta be honest and realistic with yourself. Yes, you want the things to be done right now, but you also gotta ask yourself, what are you doing right now to get those things? Yeah. Because if you say, well, you want the watches, you want the cars, you want the Rolex, the AP, are you really making moves to get the Rolex and the AP? Yeah. Are you really out there pushing yourself to the limit to get inside these stores? Are you really out there, grinding every single day, or working harder than the next man who also trying to get the watch and the AP? If you aren't doing them type of things and you still taking things as a lackadaisical approach, then do you really want to change your circumstances, or you just say that you want to change your circumstances?
Yeah.
See what I'm coming from?
Speaking of AP, how did you feel when you bought your AP? How that feeling? Big boy watch.
When I got this watch, it was very recently actually, and my brother was in town. He flew. The rest of our family and close friends, and it was when Drake concert came around. We got the sick Airbnb, 3 cars deep. He bought a whole entire row inside VIP for Drake concert and everything like that, and it was a good experience. But when I got this watch, I knew that I always wanted a watch. I knew I always wanted expensive things, but when I did it, I didn't really feel like, oh my goodness, I finally got it. Like, to me, babe, it's a watch. To me, a Rolex is a Rolex. To me, a Lamborghini, as much as a lot of people, see these things and be like, oh, he got this shit. The materialistic things don't really faze me.
Yeah.
It don't faze me. Like, at the end of the day, I just want to be in a position that I could get whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want it.
Yeah.
That's I feel as if that is a superpower, bro. Like how you guys said, you want to wake up one day and just go jump in the pool, or one day let me go ahead and go get this car, or go get. That's a superpower, bro. You unlock the fucking cheat code of life. You could do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. Like, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody, bro.
You're not excited about nothing. That's what you're saying.
Like, I wouldn't say I wouldn't be excited about nothing. What I'm more excited about is actually seeing my family and my friends and seeing them actually, obtain success inside life. But for me, getting a new car or getting this, of course I excited that I treat myself to something. But I ain't the type of person to be like, oh yeah, look at me with the AP. Look, like, bro, dog, it's a fucking beautiful watch. I liked it. I got it. Bam. That's it. I see a car, babe, for instance, inside your lamb truck. I asked my girl, you like the lamb truck? She's like, yeah, okay, cool. What you think is on my list next? I gonna go fucking look for a lamb truck. So it's like, but I just want to be in a position where it's I could get up, do whatever I want to do, and also take care of my family. My Grammy called me the other day. We talk on the phone. She tell me, but she need to go around to get to the stores, this and it's like, hey, what happened to the vehicles there? The vehicle's broken down. Okay, cool. What we need to go ahead and do now? Let's move the old vehicles out. Let's bring some vehicles in. When I come in town, I have a vehicle for me. When anybody else fly in town, they have a vehicle for them, and you have your own personalized car for you to go ahead and drive. Mm-hmm. That's what I care about. So it ain't really a matter I got the AP, I got this on me, I got that, I got the chains, bro. I
It's
really
about the
care.
love that you're able to share and the people.
Yeah,
that
like
bless.
you know, like I still good regardless, bro. Regardless of the AP, without this and all everything, I still okay. I still fine. Like cool.
Yeah, I love that, bro. So for the viewers out there, watching right now, where can they find you?
Instagram, Jayce Banks. Got the Discord, but mainly Instagram. TikTok is all the same. Jayce Banks. Facebook is washed. I think. Yeah, I don't never want anybody on my Facebook, bro. That's like. I feel it.
Dig up
I feel like. I feel like.
have some pictures on it, like like those high school pictures with the filters.
But no, man. I think they can just find me up on there. You can shoot me a DM, bro. I'm very cool. You can definitely, shoot me a message. Tell me how this podcast impacted you. I'll answer your DM back. I don't bite. I don't. Now, if you try to troll me, bro, like, if y'all niggas try to troll me, I give you a 4-1, bro. I respectful and cool and all, but if you disrespect me, bro, I can be disrespectful back. Like, that's fair game. That's fair warning, bro. Like,
I feel like in trading though, like in the trading space, there's a lot of trolls. Where do you think that comes from?
Let's go back to not even the trolls. There's a lot of people who call things scams and they don't even know what a scam is, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the fucked up shits about it too. You have those people who are trolls and they become trolls honestly because I feel as if trading has became to a point where as these gurus or people who actually want people to buy the course, they are heavily relied on social media. So they need that social media to also help them get that exposure that they want. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like trolls come along where some people don't believe that it actually is attainable, what people are actually doing on here. And then when you show it to them and they see it, then they're like, they still don't believe it. And then it's like, okay, you show it to them again, and it's like, okay, I want to learn now, whatever.
Yeah.
You have them type of trolls. You have people who call things scam when things don't work on the side that way. For instance, I had somebody who wanted to do mentorship. He was in my mentorship. I give him my time. I did the calls with him and everything like that. And he's like, oh, well, he wants a refund. He don't think that's just working out, whatever, and all that. And I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, well, I'm not being attentive or pushing him the way that he expected me to push him. I was like, bro, I'm not your babysitter, your daycare, bro. You hit me up if you need questions, answers. I would never, decline a call. I would always answer you. But if you expect me to be your babysitter, your mom, or your parent, I have my own life I gotta deal with right now, bro. I feel as if when it comes to certain people, they want this thing on a silver platter, but they don't want to pay that silver platter money, bro.
Yeah, and nothing.
You think about it, bro. Come on, think about this, all right? How many people go inside your DM right now, bro, and tell you, but they want you to personally mentor them or whatever. You tell them, but I need $15,000 to sit down with you. They ain't want to do that, right? But then, they inside they go inside your lower ticket, thing, and you doing everything that you're supposed to do for yourself without, compromising what you believe is value for that, and they ain't satisfied with that. Well, which one you want to do? If you want my time and attention, you gotta pay for my time and attention. Like that ain't no free thing. Like I can't get my time back. Yeah. I can't say, okay, you want a refund? Let me go to Father Time. Oh God, and say, hey God, please refund me my time that I spent on this doing. Rewind me back to 3 days ago, and let me move forward. Like I can't do that. So it's like you gotta make sure that when you come inside the space as a new person, make sure that you respect everybody's time and you respect what people got going on. That's just facts.
And also a big part of showing that respect is actually doing the work or taking action on the knowledge that has been shared with you. So imagine you as a mentor teaching somebody and all they're relying on is, okay, when are you going to teach me something else? Versus, okay, how did I apply the information you taught me?
This is one of the main problems that I actually hate, right? When I first started mentorship and trading, I used to call my first mentor Ashton. I used to call that dude about 10 to 15 times a day, bro. Yeah. I was in there submerged, bro. I wanted to learn this. This happened. I was calling that dude. But this is the thing. I can't, even me as a mentor, I can't show you something else if you still stuck on the first thing that you won't fully master. Why would I go ahead and show you how to do e-com, cryptocurrency, this and all that at the same time? You can't even get basic market structure down pack first. Yeah. You can't even get consistently profitable first and just making $50 a week on your account. Yeah. So why would I go ahead now and put all this information on you and you can't even like skill what you have right now to get to the next step. It's levels. It's not like, oh well, hey, here's the whole entire playbook. You can't do the full playbook by yourself. You go ahead, you have, billionaire's mindset, new e-commerce brand that you about to bring out, and you have to put some shit together for that. If you was originally the first, your first level that you was at right now in terms of trading, you want now go ahead and get inside e-commerce, get inside clothing. How much it costs to buy the clothes? How much it costs to do the prints? How much it costs to do the marketing?
I wouldn't even be able to think about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be crazy, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. But this is the time where we live in, where everybody want to jump, skip, and step. Like they want to learn trading for a month, and then I want to go on to something else or show me something else. But dog, you won't even perfect what we still doing right now.
Yeah, you have to put the time in the time, and the time is not a month or 2 months. The
time is whenever you get it. Yeah. And sometimes that can be shorter for somebody else. Sometimes that can be longer for somebody else.
It depends on the amount of work.
Yeah, it all depends on that particular person. And that's the thing where everybody is so quick to compare what everybody else got going on that they shorten their own success because they too quick to compare. I can't compare my success or your success to what you got going on, because at the end of the day, it all goes down to the X factor. What did Pajama Billionaire do to get to where he is right now? How many hours was he putting in? How much times was he putting in? How much things was he doing on and off the chart? Yeah. How much networking was he doing? Was I doing the Mount Seeing thing? Yeah. I don't know, because I ain't you and I ain't around you 24/7. So you can't be focused on what other people got going on.
Yeah, you just gotta focus on yourself, man. And just put the work in, never stop.
Of course,
always
bro.
Be grinding.
1% better every day, and that's
1%
it.
1% better every day, bro. So thanks for being on the pod, bro.
You know that, bro, dog.
Bro, we have some crazy things. He was actually mentioning some things to do. Y'all gonna see us doing it, right? And bro, I don't know your size.
Large, bro.
Large. Yeah. I got a large for you. That's a large.
Honestly though, the quality on this is
crazy,
fucking
right?
crazy, bro.
Telling you, man.
And then I like how this actually, it's not like,
It's puffy.
Yeah, it's a puffy print. This is nice, bro. Yeah. This is nice. This is absolutely.
That one's yours.
It's absolutely fucking fire, bro.
That one's yours, bro.
This is dope. This is dope.
That one's yours.
I appreciate that, brother.
There you go, bro. So thanks for being on the pod. Be sure to follow him, Jayce Banks, on Instagram, on all platforms.
You know what it is, guys.
And guys, if you want merch like that, just check out the link in the bio. Reach out to us and get the merch. Club Billionaire, the baddest, best, merch for entrepreneurs. Alright, so guys, that was the Billionaire Podcast with Jayce Banks, one of the biggest traders in the game right now, doing some amazing things in trading, in e-commerce, and just being an entrepreneur, right? So in the comment section, be sure to comment what you want to see, who you want to see on the next podcast, where you want to see us go next. We're in Miami. We're doing this internationally, the Billionaire Podcast internationally, right? So just let us know where you want to see us next. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and be sure to follow us, the Billionaire Podcast. Be sure to follow me at Pajama Billionaire on all social media platforms. Tag me, DM me, all of that. Let us know who you want to see next. Super blessed. Billionaire forever. Let's get it, man. Big up, bro.
Of course, bro.
All right.
Much love.